What if your furniture wasn't just stuff in a room, but a storyteller? What if it could actually hold memories and weave the feeling of home right into its design? Well, that's the really powerful idea at the heart of a brand called Warm Weaving, and we're going to dive into their story right now. And this sentence right here, this is basically the soul of the entire brand. See, it's not about just filling a space. It's about creating a true sanctuary. This core belief that a home is all about emotional connection, well, that's the foundation for every single material they choose and every piece they design.
So, what's the real why behind a brand like this? Turns out it was born from a very specific problem, a kind of tension in our modern world that it was designed to solve.
And this really gets to the heart of the conflict. On one hand, you've got our crazy, fast-paced lives, where a home can sometimes feel like just a temporary box we live in. But on the other hand, we have this deep human need for a sanctuary, a place for real connection, for making memories. Warm Weaving was created to bridge that exact gap.
Their whole mission is captured perfectly in the name itself. Warmth is all about that cozy, comfortable feeling of home, and weaving, well, that's literal. It's about the physical craft, but it's also metaphorical. It's about weaving together stories and memories. It's a name that is the mission.
All right, so we've got the why, this deep need for warmth. So now let's get to the how. How does warm weaving actually translate this big idea into physical objects? Well, it all comes down to a really clear four-part philosophy. These are the four pillars of the whole brand. It all starts with nature, it honors traditional craftsmanship, then it refines that with modern aesthetics, and the ultimate goal, always, is to create that feeling of warmth. This is the recipe they follow for every single piece they make. And of course, that philosophy kicks off with the materials themselves. The brand primarily uses two. You've got rattan, which is so lightweight and elegant, just perfect for comfort. And then there's solid wood, which gives you that grounded, stable, long-lasting feeling. It's the kind of material that ages right along with you, gaining character and telling its own story over time. And their commitment to nature goes way deeper than just how things look. They are seriously dedicated to sustainability. We're talking FSC-certified wood from responsible sources and eco-friendly paints. They're not just making furniture. They're trying to create a piece of nature you can live with, responsibly.
Okay, so we've covered the philosophy, we've covered the materials. Now let's get to the fun part, the what, the actual products that bring this whole vision to life. The brand is basically built around four main categories. The chair series is their absolute core product line, but they stretch that same philosophy into functional storage, decor that creates a certain atmosphere, and even bedding, items that are really meant to be long-term companions in your home. So let's zoom in on that core product for a sec. This isn't just about looking natural, it's about feeling right. The chair backrests, for instance, are specifically engineered at a 105 to 110 degree angle. Now that might seem like a tiny detail, but it shows this incredible focus on human comfort, on ergonomics, making sure these pieces are genuinely livable. And what about durability? The single number. It speaks volumes. A load capacity of at least 120 kilograms. So yeah, this isn't some delicate, just-for-show furniture. This is craftsmanship that's built to last, to be a real part of a family's daily life for years and years. And this same philosophy, it just extends everywhere. Take their storage series. By putting these ventilated rattan panels into cabinet doors, they solve a really practical problem. Airflow for what's inside, while adding that signature touch of natural beauty. It's that perfect blend of form and function. So who is all of this for? And where is this brand even headed? This next part looks at the people they're serving and their big vision for the future. Their target audience is actually pretty clear. 40% are urban families, folks who are looking to create a warm, non-toxic space, often in a smaller home. Then you have design lovers who just appreciate the incredible craftsmanship and unique style. And what's really interesting, there's a growing slice of international consumers who are really drawn to this blend of Eastern craft and modern design. And that leads directly into their grand vision. See, the goal isn't just to be a local brand. They want to take this unique aesthetic, this idea of Eastern craft meets modern design, and share it with the whole world, making the feeling of a warm, woven home a universal concept. So if you had to boil the entire brand down into just one sentence, this would be it. It perfectly wraps up those four pillars we saw earlier. Nature is the foundation, craftsmanship is the soul, aesthetics is how it speaks to you, and warmth is its heart. Which, brings us right back to where we started. Warm Weaving believes the answer is a definite yes. They believe that through really thoughtful design, natural materials, and true craftsmanship, the objects we live with can do more than just exist. They can actively help create that feeling of home. So what do you think?